Hello, soul family. Welcome to Spiritual Manifestation. If this is your first time here, welcome in. And if you've been here before, I'm so glad to have you home. Tonight, I have an urgent message for you, Divine Feminine. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm tapping into a feminine energy who is being shown a hard truth. Not everyone in your space has had pure intentions. Some people have come into your life not to uplift you, but to confuse you, to make you question your own power. And for a while, you may have believed them. But the universe is revealing everything. You're seeing people for who they truly are, and now, you can't unsee it. This is a moment of clarity, a moment of truth. And once you stand in that truth, nothing and no one can shake you. I just pulled the first attachment card from the Energy Oracle deck, and wow, this energy is heavy. Divine Feminine, something happened to you. Something that cut deep, that left imprints on your soul. You were connected to people who didn't just cause pain, they altered the way you saw yourself. They made you question your own worth, your value, your very existence. And for so long, you've been trying to unpack it, unlearn it, break free from it. This message is for a divine feminine who has spent a lifetime healing. You've dedicated yourself to finding truth, to peeling back the layers of what was placed on you, to reclaiming who you were before the world tried to rewrite your story. And your guides, they want you to know that you are rare. Your spirit, your essence, your energy, it is not common. And because of that, not everyone gets access to it. The truth is, a lot of people saw you as a source, not a person to love, to uplift, to cherish, but a source to extract from. They came into your life not to pour into you, but to pull from you. They were drawn to your light, not because they valued it, but because they wanted to take it. And now you're waking up. You're realizing that so much of what you've been carrying was never yours. The weight, the shame, the doubt, it was all placed on you by people who didn't want to see you rise. They thought if they left enough wounds, if they planted enough seeds of uncertainty, you would collapse under it all. But here's where they got it wrong. They underestimated you. Some of these people actually wanted to see you break beyond repair. Not just hurt, not just struggle, but lose yourself completely. They wanted to watch you stop being you and turn into them. They wanted to see your light dim, to see you grow bitter, to watch you doubt yourself so much that you would never find your way back. And this energy, it's deep, because some of them weren't just passive in your downfall, they actively worked for it. They spoke against you, they plotted, they waited for the moment you would fall. And when you didn't, it frustrated them. They watched you overcome everything, and yet, for some reason, they thought they would be the ones to finally take you down. But what they never understood is that your heart is not a weakness. The fact that you still lead with love, that you still believe in good things, that you still open your heart despite everything, that is why you are continuously being blessed. Your light is not something they can touch. It is divinely protected. Because here's what they overlooked. There is a higher power over your life. There is a greater calling written in your destiny. And everything they did to hurt you, it was only allowed to strengthen you. And what's even more powerful, they have to sit with it now. They have to live with the reality that they did everything in their power to shake you, to make you doubt yourself, to drain you of your purpose. And it didn't work. They have to witness your rise, knowing that they had front row seats to your struggles and still failed to keep you down. That's their karma. Watching you step into everything they swore you'd never have. And the best part? You didn't have to get even. You didn't have to fight them in the way they fought you. Your growth, your healing, your elevation, that is the loudest response. Because while they were consumed with trying to tear you down, you were focused on something much greater, your destiny. And now, you're walking in it. You're no longer carrying what they tried to put on you. You've released it. You've set yourself free. They thought they were working against you, but all they did was push you into your power. They made you stronger. They made you wiser. They made you untouchable. And now you stand in spiritual authority. You see through the illusions. You recognize who you are. And no one, not the past, not the pain, not the people who tried to break you, can ever take that away. So, Divine Feminine, stand tall. You were never meant to fall. I just pulled the next card. We have here the Garden and the Gate. And wow, Divine Feminine, this is your moment of change. This card is all about stepping beyond your comfort zone, trusting your protection, and allowing yourself to receive. And that's exactly where you are right now. You have been healing, you have been rising, you have been standing up for yourself in ways that your past self, your inner child, only dreamed of. And let me tell you, they are so proud of you. Because for the first time, you're not just surviving, you're protecting the part of you that once felt unsafe. And now, your guides need you to stop questioning whether you are protected. They want you to know, without a doubt, that you are. Some people, some situations, some attachments, they're about to move out of your way. Not because you asked, not because you forced anything, but because they no longer belong in the world you are stepping into. We are in the energy of an eclipse, and eclipses don't play around. They reveal, they clear, they shift. This is a time where you will see things for exactly what they are. People will show you who they truly are. Situations will unfold in ways you didn't expect. And the truth, it won't be something you can ignore. So don't overlook anything right now. Your intuition is spot on. And here's something else your guides are saying loud and clear. Move with intention. This is not the time to go anywhere just for the sake of going. This is not the time to entertain conversations that serve no purpose. Every step you take, every word you speak, every move you make, it needs to mean something. Your energy is too sacred to be given away freely. And the more intentional you become, the more aligned you will be with the people and experiences that actually belong in your life. Because here's the thing, your energy is currency. What you give your time, thoughts, and emotions to is what grows. And if you're constantly pouring into spaces that drain you, how can you expect to receive the abundance that's meant for you? Your guides are making it very clear. Be mindful of what you invest in. If something or someone isn't adding to your peace, clarity, or growth, then it's taking away from it. And right now, this is your season to receive. Your season to say, if it doesn't feed my soul, I can't afford to entertain it. And let's be honest, You've outgrown a lot. You're not the same person you were even a few months ago. And with that growth comes a shift in what resonates with you. Some spaces may start to feel too small. Some relationships may feel misaligned. And that's not a loss. It's a sign that you're elevating. You are stepping into an energy that requires clarity, intention, and alignment. And the universe, it's rearranging things accordingly. But let's talk about the hardest part of this journey. You love deeply. You move from a pure heart space. And because of that, you expect people to meet you with the same energy. But the truth is, most won't. Not because you're wrong for expecting it, but because they haven't yet learned to love at the depth that you do. And that's okay. Because the real lesson here, keeping your heart open even when you know there's a chance you'll get hurt. Yes, you're aware that not everything will go your way. Yes, you've had moments where you felt let down, unseen, unappreciated. But your heart space is your superpower. And if you close it off, you block the very blessings that are trying to make their way to you. You, Divine Feminine, are a natural receiver. And receiving requires an open heart. This energy is touching parts of you that you may have kept hidden for a long time. And because of that, you might be feeling emotional. You may feel like you've had to protect yourself, guard yourself, keep certain parts of you locked away just to feel safe. But your guides are here to remind you, this is not a permanent state. This is not how you were meant to live. You are here to be open, to be free, to live without fear. And right now, you have so much spiritual protection that it's time to start moving in this physical world with confidence. You are safe, you are protected, you are free. And the moment you fully step into that, everything shifts. All right, I just pulled the fourth chakra. Divine Feminine, this message is all about your heart space and the deep healing taking place within you right now. Whether you realize it or not, something major is shifting, and it's happening on a soul level. This season, it's pulling up things you thought you had already dealt with, situations you thought you had already moved past. And at times, it might feel uncomfortable. Like, why am I still thinking about this? Why is this memory resurfacing? Why do I feel so raw right now? But here's the truth. This isn't happening to hurt you. It's happening to free you. See, you're coming out of this cycle with a completely different level of respect for yourself, not just because of how much you've endured, but because of how much you've grown. Because no matter what you've been through, you never let it turn you cold. And that's rare. Let's be real. This world makes it easy to shut down, to build walls so high that no one can reach your heart. So many people choose that path. They let life harden them. They decide it's safer to keep love at a distance than to risk being hurt again. But you were never meant to live like that. That's why, no matter how much pain you've endured, no matter how many disappointments you've faced, you always found a way to love through it. And that's what makes you different. But here's the thing, the way you love, it's evolving. Your heart is still open, but now your boundaries are getting stronger, and not in a way that blocks people out, but in a way that ensures that the right energy is the only energy that gets access to you. And that's what this moment is really about. Reassessing who gets what from you. Who are you still overextending yourself for? Who has proven that they deserve a seat at your table? And who has shown you, time and time again, that they never truly valued what you gave? Because the truth is, your energy is sacred, and not everyone is meant to have access to it. Not everyone is meant to experience the depths of your love, your wisdom, your light. And as you step into this new chapter, the universe is asking you to take a hard look at where your energy is going. This eclipse season, it's clearing out anything that still ties you to a scarcity mindset. Anything that made you believe you had to settle, that love had to be earned, that your worth was tied to how much you could give to others. Number that cycle is done. Because you are stepping into a space where love, abundance, and alignment are your natural state of being, where you no longer feel the need to prove yourself, where you no longer beg for reciprocity, where you no longer entertain energy that drains you. And the best part? You don't have to chase a thing. As the divine feminine, your power has never been in chasing. It has always been in allowing what is meant for you to flow in, allowing yourself to receive rather than overgive, allowing love to meet you at your level rather than lowering yourself to meet it. And that shift, it's already happening. You might not see it yet, but you can feel it. The way certain things no longer sit right with you. The way you no longer tolerate what once drained you. The way your spirit has started rejecting anything that isn't in full alignment with your worth. That's the upgrade. It's not about forcing change. It's about realizing you've already changed. And now, the world around you is simply catching up to the new frequency you're radiating. So if you've been feeling this shift, if you've been sensing that something big is changing within you, trust it. This is your time. This is your heart healing. This is your energy becoming stronger, brighter, more magnetic than ever. And now, everything that is truly meant for you can finally find its way home. All right, I am now getting our next card. And I just pulled the Angel of Balance and Divine Feminine. This energy is speaking straight to your soul. Right now, your spiritual team is stepping in to remind you just how much you've done on your journey. You've been in this constant loop of healing, going within, using your spiritual gifts, gaining wisdom, only to be triggered again by people, places, or situations that pull you right back into yourself. It's been cyclic, exhausting, deep. But here's what's shifting. This eclipse energy. It's breaking that cycle wide open. It's peeling back the layers, not to keep you stuck, but to free you. To show you that healing doesn't mean waiting for the next disappointment or guarding yourself against rejection. No, this is about stepping into abundance, into trust, into a reality where the universe isn't something you have to protect yourself from, but something that is actively working for you. Because here's the thing, your energy speaks before you even say a word. Your vibration is your power, and right now, it's telling the universe exactly what you believe you deserve. So if you've been feeling like relationships have been testing you, that's not random. This eclipse season is all about redefining your self-worth, shifting your perspective, and calling back your energy. For so long, you may have internalized everything that's happened to you. You've told yourself stories about your experiences, about what love is, about what you're meant to receive. But now, that narrative is changing. And because you've put in the work, because you've faced the hardest parts of yourself, You are stepping into a whole new version of you. And I'm getting something strong here. Deep, core wounds tied to relationships. The people closest to you, the ones who knew your secrets, the ones who saw your most vulnerable self. Some of them, they weren't who they pretended to be. Maybe they took your kindness for granted. Maybe they made you doubt your own intuition. Maybe they played a role in your healing, not by helping, but by forcing you to see the truth. Maybe they smiled in your face while holding hidden resentment in their hearts. Maybe they loved you only in ways that served them, not in ways that honored you. Or maybe they never really saw you at all, only the version of you that fit their expectations, their needs, their comfort. And when you outgrew that, that's when the masks started to slip. You might have spent so much time justifying their actions, making excuses, giving endless chances, because that's who you are. You love deeply, you forgive easily, you see the best in people. But now, Spirit is showing you something different. You're not meant to shrink yourself just to keep a seat at their table. Because let's be real, some of them only wanted you around when it benefited them. And now that you've evolved, you're seeing just how conditional their love really was. And that realization, it's setting you free. Because you're no longer holding on to connections that drain you. You're no longer making yourself small so that others can feel big. You are reclaiming your energy, your worth, your power. And this isn't about resentment. This is about release. Because when you finally let go of what was never meant to stay, you make space for what's truly aligned with you. And that truth, you are not meant to keep carrying their energy. Because before anything else, you are a spiritual being. And that comes with responsibility. It means believing what you see, trusting your gifts, trusting yourself. And sometimes, that means making decisions that aren't easy. It means walking away from what no longer serves you. It means standing in your power, even when others don't understand it. But Divine Feminine, this shift is changing everything. And when the dust settles, you won't be the same. You'll be stronger, freer, and more in alignment than ever before. Moving on to our next card, I just pulled the Temple Path. Divine Feminine, this moment in your life is sacred. Right now, you're walking a path that is leading you straight into your purpose. But before you fully step into it, there are things being revealed. You can feel it. You might not have all the answers yet, but deep in your soul, you know something big is shifting. And for some of you, that shift is coming from the realization that everything you've been through, the challenges, the heartbreak, the lessons, was never meant to break you. It was preparing you. And here's what's so powerful. The moment you truly stand in this energy, when you affirm who you are and claim your destiny, everything changes. Because here's the truth. God blessed you with a pure heart. And that is rare. Every person who crosses your path is left better because of you. Your energy heals. Your presence uplifts. You are not just another soul moving through this world. You are a light in the lives of those around you. And right now, people are realizing that. They are seeing you for what you truly are, irreplaceable. But here's the thing. This is not a time for big moves. This is a time for alignment. The energy around you is shifting. clearing out what no longer serves you, making space for something greater. Let it. Your spiritual team is working behind the scenes, moving things in your favor, revealing truths that were once hidden. You don't need to chase, force, or rush anything. Just watch. Because the universe, it bends for you when you stand in your truth. And right now, you are stepping into a season where your energy is speaking louder than words. You don't have to prove your worth, explain your heart, or convince anyone of who you are. Your presence alone is shifting the atmosphere. The people who once overlooked you, they're starting to see. The ones who doubted you, they're realizing they were wrong. And the ones who truly value you, they're holding on tighter. Because your light isn't just something people notice, it's something they feel. And once they feel it, they can't forget it. Divine Feminine, this is why you've been feeling different lately. You are not the same person you were before. You've grown, you've healed, and now you're vibrating at a level that no longer entertains what drains you. Your spirit knows it. Your soul is pulling you in a new direction, away from anything that doesn't honor the love and light you carry. And those who were never meant to walk with you into this next chapter, they're fading, making room for those who truly see you. And here's what's beautiful. You don't have to force a thing. You don't have to chase, overextend, or prove yourself. What's meant for you is already finding its way. The universe is rearranging things, aligning people and opportunities that match this new, elevated version of you. So trust it. Trust yourself. Because right now, everything is shifting in your favor. Some of you have been feeling this deep within, a pull, an awakening, a knowing. Maybe it's showing up in your dreams. Maybe it's hitting you in waves of emotion. Or maybe you're receiving downloads that are so clear you can't ignore them. That's not random. That's divine guidance. And if you've been feeling this heavy emotional energy lately, especially with this eclipse energy in the mix, this is your confirmation. Your guides want you to know. Be grateful for your heart. No matter what you've been through, no matter how people have treated you, you have always moved with integrity. You have always been love. And that is your power. So right now, stand in it. Watch what happens when you do. I just pulled the last card, the door to personal healing and happiness. And wow, Divine Feminine, this message is coming through so strong. Right now, you may feel like you've crossed paths with people who didn't handle you with care, people who didn't honor your essence, your energy, your sacredness. And that can be painful. But here's what your guides need you to understand. You have no idea where you would be in your journey had God not blessed you with this heart, this spirit, this deep knowing. Think about it. Who knows what paths you would have stayed stuck on, what cycles you would have remained trapped in. But because of your inner clarity, because of your ability to choose yourself, you've been able to walk your own path. And that is powerful. Right now, there's deep heart healing happening in the feminine collective. So much old energy is being cleared, betrayal, misunderstandings, connections that left you feeling unseen. It's all coming up to be released. Because you are not here to stay in that energy. You are here to uplift, to heal, to pour into others, to use the gifts that God has given you to raise the vibration of this planet. And here's the truth. Not everyone is going to recognize your light. Not everyone is meant to. But that does not take away from who you are. So if you've been feeling like people keep mistaking your kindness for weakness, if you've been giving so much love only to feel unseen or unappreciated, trust that this is all aligning for a reason. Something is shifting. And soon, you're going to understand exactly why everything had to happen this way. Your heart is being renewed. It's making space for your true desires, for real love, real harmony, real abundance, and the kind of partnerships that reflect exactly who God created you to be. This isn't about settling. This is about stepping into alignment. And with this energy we're in, it's powerful, it's spiritual, it's intense. Eclipse energy is not gentle. It removes, it reveals, it forces change. But right now, this isn't a time to act on impulse. This is a time to observe. Let what's being shown to you fully sink in, so that when the energy clears, you can move forward from a place of love, clarity, and intention. Because here's the thing. This shift isn't just happening outside of you, it's happening within you too. You may notice your emotions are heightened, your intuition is sharper, and the things that once felt stable may now feel uncertain. That's because you're being asked to release anything that no longer serves your highest path. This isn't punishment, this isn't rejection, this is redirection. And as uncomfortable as it may be, trust that it's happening for your highest good. And right now, your energy is rising. You are radiating in a way that is undeniable. People can feel it. Your presence is shifting the spaces you walk into. The people who overlooked you before, they're noticing. The ones who took your energy for granted, they're realizing what they lost. And that's because you are no longer shrinking, no longer waiting for permission to be who you've always been. You are stepping fully into your power. Okay, this feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. You are stepping into a brand new chapter, one that is leading you exactly where you are meant to be. And now they see it too. This is your power. This is why your energy is so magnetic right now. So whatever you've been doing to pour into yourself, keep doing it. Because trust me, they feel it, they see it, and they are being pulled back to you in ways they don't even understand yet. Okay, this is very, very beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If this message resonated, be sure to hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.